So to start off this look, we're going to start by priming the skin and getting it ready for makeup and applying product all over the skin. I remember a long time ago, you guys, I tried to see if I can just like not do primer and to eliminate a step from my makeup, but it really actually does make a difference on how the skin just adheres to the product on top of it. So won't do that again. After I've applied the primer, I'm going to apply this under eye corrector that has this orangey undertone to the product. And this has the same consistency as concealer, but it has this orangey tone which helps to correct those dark circles and dark areas on my skin. So it's going to kind of basically cancel out those areas instead of just covering it, which concealer would do a little later. But this actually does half of the work of concealer, takes half of the product, so therefore there's not like a lot of buildup on my skin and things like that. So it looks a little bit more natural when I apply a neutralizer or this color corrector to my skin instead of just going in to cover up those dark areas with just concealer or just foundation. After I've done that step, I'm going to go ahead and apply foundation. Now for me, just because I'm in front of a camera, I'm going to apply a foundation in the center of my face that's a little lighter than the rest of my skin, and then I'm going to add later a foundation that matches my skin tone. But if I wasn't in front of a camera, I would just do all one color of foundation. With my Beauty Blender, I'm going to now blend out the foundation, and I'm not necessarily at this stage looking for full coverage or anything like that, but I am looking for just the foundation to be even coverage, evenly covered. Even coverage. I don't know how to say that. Y'all comment below if for a better word, because I don't know how I'm saying that, but basically I just want the coverage to be even on the skin tone. I don't need a maximum coverage. The reason for that, you guys, is because I'm going to go in with concealers and more powders later, so that's just going to add to the coverage. And if I do a lot of coverage here, when I add those concealers and the powders later, it's going to kind of give this cakey makeup, cake-up look. So I want to avoid that by not doing the maximum amount of coverage at this stage, and kind of slowly build the coverage with each layer. So I'm gonna have part of the coverage with this foundation layer, another part of the coverage with the concealer, another layer of coverage with the powder layer later, and that way all three of them combined will give a fuller coverage and without giving like that cake up makeup look. Now that I've added and blended out the foundation that actually matches my skin, I'm going to use the pointy part of my Beauty Blender to blend along the line so that those two colors kind of seamlessly bleed in together, so that it looks as though they're one color and there isn't any distinct lines of demarcation. Now I'm going to go under my eyes and highlight underneath that with a concealer that's about 3 to 4 shades lighter than my skin tone. And this is just going to kind of give that brightening, awakening look to my skin. And yes, I'm doing this because I'm also in front of the camera, but I would be doing this if this was just like if I was just going about my everyday, if I were going to go run errands or go to the airport or something like that, just an everyday task. And the reason is because I like that it kind of brightens the eyes and gives kind of more of an awake look. So I'm not going to highlight my entire face, but I'm definitely going to focus underneath my eyes and make sure that that area, more than anything, is very bright and that I look very awake and alert. So with the pointy part of my Beauty Blender, I'm going to gently blend out this light color concealer, and I'm going to bring it no further than my temple and no lower than the tops of my cheeks, just keeping it kind of a bit of a triangle area underneath my eye. Once it gets too far out along my temple, I'm going to use the fat part of the Beauty Blender just to blend out the end of that concealer so that it blends seamlessly with the rest of the foundation. And don't mind me while I'm singing and dancing. Whenever I do these tutorials and I do a voiceover on top of it, it's usually because I'm listening to music in the background and just kind of, zoning out while I do my makeup. So right now I'm putting on a powder, a yellowish powder that will set that highlighted area underneath my eyes. I'm just going to put that there with my Beauty Blender just to set it so that the concealer doesn't crease. And I'm using a lighter color powder than the one that matches my skin tone because I want that area to still stay light and bright. Another word that's commonly used is baking that area. I'm going to use that same light powder and apply that to my eyelid, and this just kind of keeps my eyelid, my upper, eyelid area very bright. But I'm going to cover that later with, when I do my eyebrows, and then I'm going to put a little bit of color on top of it, so you won't really see it as much. Now with the powder brush, I'm going to apply face powder all over my face that matches my skin tone, my real face powder that actually works with my skin. And I'm going to put this everywhere on my face, including on top of the highlighted areas. Now with a cheek brush, I'm going to apply a bronzer all over the outer perimeter of my forehead and along my cheekbones. I'm going to also use this as blush instead of everyday blush. And it just kind of gives a bit of a glow to the skin and kind of helps to contour it a little bit as well. Bronzing my skin is perfect because it's going to add a little bit of color, warmth, and kind of dimension to my skin without adding like drama or bold colors to my face for just an effortless everyday look. Now I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush and apply that same bronzer that I applied along my forehead and cheekbone, and I'm going to apply this actually on my eyelid. And it just kind of helps to warm up my my eyelids, adds a little bit of color without without boldness or drama, and it's just very easy because I'm using only one product to add a little bit of color to the skin. It's also going to tie everything together easily because I'm using the same eyeshadow on the face and the eyes and the cheeks. Now I'm going to add a winged eyeliner, and I'm going to start by elongating my bottom lash line with this liner and acting like there's like an invisible line that is pulling my bottom lash line up towards my temple. And then from that I'm going to create a line that connects my top lash line, and that's going to create kind of like a little bit of an angle or a wedge on the outer corner of my eye, which creates the winged shape. Now I'm going to extend the line and just create just a regular eye line on my inner and middle eye line or eye. Sorry guys, I got a little tongue twisted. But basically I'm just creating a regular eye line on the rest of the eye and then connecting it to the winged line. I'm keeping this line very, very thin so that it doesn't close out the rest of my eye. A way I'm doing that is by opening up my eye a little bit and kind of going right through the lashes and creating a line right through the lashes so that it remains a very thin eye line. Now I'm going to put mascara all over my top lashes. Now for me, I'm going to add a full lash to my top lashes, but that's just for preference. That's kind of just what I like. I like to have false lashes even when I'm doing everyday makeup. So I'm adding it here right now at this point. Now very carefully I'm going to add mascara to my bottom lashes and coat them very well. But here I'm just making sure that I don't touch my bottom, like very close to the root of the lashes. Otherwise it gives the appearance that I'm wearing bottom liner, and that's not what I want. I just want my eyelashes to be a little bit defined here. Lastly, I'm going to apply this nude lip gloss, this full coverage lip gloss all over the lips. I love this I love full coverage lip glosses for everyday looks, just because they're easy and they still look very finished and like you have color on your lips without a lot of boldness, and it just gives a very finished, gorgeous look at the end. So if you're somebody who likes to, wear lip glosses or lip colors and you just want that one lipstick that goes with anything, then I would definitely consider finding a nude lip gloss that looks really good with your skin tone but is full coverage. And that's the look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have learned anything in this look or any new tips or tricks, please consider sharing this with your friends. I will talk to you guys soon and see you in the next video. Bye, guys.